Hi, I saw a post today on Facebook, somebody asking if love has an expiration date. So I replied to it, and then I realized this is maybe a good thing to make a video about. What does it mean, expiration date? As far as I know, it means the date after which you should not buy a product anymore. You're not allowed to sell the product, actually. The shops are not allowed to sell the product after that date. Often the products are still okay a few days later, sometimes even weeks later, sometimes decades later, because they even put it on salt. Yes, you know, that white stuff that you use for cooking and that has been laying around in nature for millions of years, and then suddenly they say, now that you put it in a jar, you cannot use it after 1 year because then it goes bad. How can salt go bad? It's a mineral, crying out loud. But okay. So, love. Does love have an expiration date? Is there a date after which you cannot sell love anymore? No, that was not what the lady meant. She meant, is there a moment after which you cannot love anymore, or love dies? Well, it depends. Which kind of love are we talking about? Are we talking the kind of love like, I love you because you have nice and a nice this, and your face is so beautiful and so soft, and you're so young and so yummy. Yeah, after a few years, then yes, love will stop, because it's not love for the person, it's love for the body. Or I love you so much. You have such a beautiful car, and I love your money. And oh, you're not rich anymore. Oh, that guy is much richer. You have 3 cars, he has 3 airplanes. I love him now. Yeah, I love you so much. What? You don't like watching football anymore? Bitch. Or I love you so much. What? You just quit your job? You're not the CEO anymore of this huge company? What? You decided to take care of the garden? I don't like you anymore. I don't love you anymore. Ego-based. All I have just been giving as examples are just based on ego. We also call them conditional love. I love you because you give me something in return, or because you are in a certain way. Basically meaning, I love what you're giving me, or I love what you are today, and mainly what I'm getting out of it. So still about getting. I want something. That's not love. That's just being greedy, wanting to have things, you name it. Love is what a mother feels for her child. A mother, your mother, in most cases, loved you from the moment you were born. Think about it for a moment. You were for 9 months in her belly. She had to carry you around wherever she was going. Then you started even kicking. Then you wanted to get out through a hole that normally is like this. maybe opens up like that, but then with your head like this you wanted to open. That was very painful. Or she had to be cut open so you would come out of it. So you hurt her a lot. But hey, she still loves you. And then, what was she getting from you? Oh yeah. Yep. Her boobs would grow big. She would still be fat from the pregnancy. And what were you giving her more? Yes. Smelly, dirty. So basically, physically, you are only giving her shit. In different ways. Either sonar shit, audio shit I mean, or visually, or smelly. It's only once you start to grow that you can make faces, start to communicate. So then a mother or parents in general start to get something in return. So the love of a mother, also of a father, is unconditional, but mainly of the mother. Fathers still have hopes and are proud of their kids if they're good looking and they will be smart and there's big potential for them. That's already wanting something because good for their reputation, for their egos. Or simply there's a thing like, oh, look at me, I can make a baby, I'm fertile. If that's how you feel, then you're really very sad case, because you just degraded yourself to being a basic animal whose only way to survive is to reproduce. So if you're not more worth than that, then you're not more worth than a dog. Luckily for you, I like dogs, but okay. So if you ask if love has an expiration date, then you should ask yourself, what is the love based on? Why do you love someone? Or why does someone love you? Think about it for a moment. Why? The dog is impatient. She loves me when I give her food or let her out. So why do you love that person, or why does that person love you? Because of your great cooking? Because of the great sex? Because of how you look? Because of your position? Because of your money? Because of your smile? Because of the jokes you make? Because you know how to hold him or her in your arms? Make him or her feel good? Why? If your answer is no, yes and no, but that's not really the thing, that's not really the reason, then we're getting closer to something. If you simply feel love for someone, and there is no specific reason for it. Yes, you like the smile, yes, you like this, yes, you like that, but that's not really it. If these things would go away, you would still love that person. Then you love the person from soul to soul. Then it's unconditional. And that's when there is no expiration date. Doesn't mean you have to be together or stay together forever. I still love most of my exes. In fact, I love them all. Yeah. I'm not on speaking terms with each of them, but that's not because I don't want to. I've let go of whatever went wrong and whatever reasons we had to break up. These were practical, physical reasons. It doesn't mean that I don't love these people anymore. If you love someone profoundly, you don't even need to be in the same space. You don't need to talk to each other every day. I have friends that I don't speak to for months sometimes, but we really love each other. And we know it. We don't need to fulfill a certain quota of number of calls per year or minutes per week. Love is a feeling that you have in here. When you feel it, it's there. You don't need to feed it. Just be yourself. If you have needs, look why you have these needs. But don't link the needs to your love, because that could destroy the love, could make it fake, could make it conditional. Love is a feeling, and no object can interfere with feelings. It's two different worlds. You love a person simply for who the person is. It is good and is bad. And mainly for the good in that person. And yeah, everyone can make mistakes. And yeah, maybe you don't fit together anymore in one house or in a relationship. That's okay, but it doesn't mean you stop loving a person. You stop wanting to be with a person all the time. You dislike certain things of the person. But the person deep inside never changes. Personality may change. Things happening in the outside world may make somebody react differently, behave differently. That's a person simply growing and changing, and we change. All into a certain direction, but and everyone in his own way. And that's why sometimes people are together and they split up, and sometimes they even come back. And sometimes people stay together voluntarily because they really love each other and they accept their differences. And sometimes also because church says, or society says, or parents said, or whatever. They start worrying about the outside world, and that's when I say you're really stupid. But okay. I advocate that you only be with people you want to be with. In general. In love, in friendship, in work, anyway. Why would you be around people that you don't like to be around? Why do you have to? It's gonna kill you? And if the answer is yes on that last question, it's going to kill you, then you have to ask yourself, do you want to live in a world where you are surrounded with all these people that you really don't like, or is death the better way? Well, that's an extreme case. In general, you do not have to be around anybody. You choose where you live and with whom you interact. And you say, yeah, but I have... No. You choose to be in that job. You choose to have a mortgage that forces you to have that shitty job to stay there. Or you choose to be in fear that if you would think about going somewhere else, the world would end. That you are not good enough to find that other job. Well, there's a very big chance you're better than you think and you can have a better job. The only thing you need to do is to start loving yourself and put your fears aside and start looking around. So, follow your heart. There's no expiration date on love. There's only expiration date on compatibility of personalities. Yes, we all do change. And the day we stop changing is the day we die. Either completely or inside. And then we are just walking vegetables. Try to love unconditionally. Simply to love a person for who you feel inside you that person is inside himself. From here to there, to the heart. Stop having expectations. Stop wanting. Wanting is an energy of trying to fill a gap inside you, an emptiness. Whatever an emptiness you feel inside you, you can never fill with any objects or with any kind of people. A feeling of emptiness is something you can only erase by starting to love yourself, to appreciate yourself, who you are, getting in harmony with yourself. When you have that, and you have inner peace, and then you do not need anything or anyone to be happy and peaceful, then you can choose to be alone or to be with someone or with a group of people when you feel like it. But you don't have to be happy. It's an illusion. It's something society has been dictating. Back in the days it was essential to survival, yet there are in nature many species who survive on their own. And they have no problems with that. Humanity is more social, but it doesn't mean you have to be around people all the time. You have to be liked by everyone. That's just people who want you to behave in a certain way, so they're telling you that so they can dictate and have around them what they want. But you don't want to be around people you don't like. You don't want to be dictated how to behave and how to feel. And no, you just feel what's inside you. And when you are in a positive energy, you cannot harm anyone. Then you also don't need any rules, because you're just acting out of your heart. And then you can only do good. And people will appreciate that. And people will love you for being simply loving. Not for the things you do, not for the things you have, just for who you are. And I've come to learn to love everyone who's authentic. That was the easy part. And I've learned, and I'm still learning, to love also the people who are putting up masks and are trying to look different than who they truly are. Because they are not happy with whom they are, so they want to look like somebody else or be someone else. And the only way I can love these people is to connect with their hearts. To ignore all their masks and just focus on their hearts. And then I see beauty inside. Because every heart is filled with beauty. All the makeup, all the sunglasses, all the expensive clothes that people are putting to be someone else is just people hiding from who they truly are. And often people are scared of me because I look straight through everything, through all the layers. I have X-rays in my eyes. Sorry guys. I connect with the heart and I see and see who the person truly is. I see the beauty of the person. I see also the pain of the person, the suffering. And people totally freak out sometimes. Yeah. Why? Because they cannot even look themselves in the eyes in the mirror. So somebody else just penetrates them. Whew, that's scary. I'm looking there where they're not even looking yet. So, of course I'm a threat to them, to their egos, not to their souls. And sometimes I can feel their souls screaming for help. Because their souls want to express themselves authentically. But there's the ego above who's dictating and hiding and who's very insecure and putting all these masks and all the fake rubbish around. Also fake behavior. It's all useless. Because whatever masks you keep putting, no mask lasts forever. And hey, at the end, the day we die, we all start to get smelly. We all end up in the ground or in a furnace. Whatever mask we put, whatever clothes we've put, whatever ego or title we took, whatever reputation we had, at the end, doesn't matter. We are all the same. So be yourself. Be your true beauty. That's you, who you really are, who you truly are inside. And try to love that person. Because that person is fantastic. Really, I mean it. It's fantastic. You are fantastic. You are absolutely beautiful. You're gorgeous. You have a beautiful heart. And it's time you start to see that yourself. It's time you fall in love with yourself. It's time you start to act from that love. That's how you make a difference. Not just for you, but for everyone who you interact with. I love you. Have a beautiful day.